Well, good morning, everyone. Ho, 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 and welcome to the news, the 12-volt news. We're back at it. But as always, before we dig into that, what is the weather like, Fernando?
It's fantastic.
It is pretty nice. There's no question about
It's
it.
in the 70s. The low is going to be 62, and
Really?
the high is going to be 79. It's Friday.
Yeah, it's still a little warm, but it's okay. But in Springfield, currently, dude, it's 12 with a high of 25. It's way too early in the season to be at 12. Let's just be honest. That's too cold.
See, when I see this, I don't believe it.
I do.
Well, I mean, because you are from
negative 12 is
negative 12. Yeah, so it's like no way.
Yes way. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
38 with a high of 46. See, that's like a bad day in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you'd see us with hoodies and we'd be shaking, and it's way too cold for hoodies.
I'd be cold and sick. Sorry, I can't.
No, it's not that bad. What is story spring? I'm a hobbyist. 2 degrees with a high of 27. Iced coffee time. That's because your hot coffee turned to ice. Good morning from San Diego, guys. 44 with a high of 67 today.
Yeah.
Our shop Christmas party is tonight at Steak 48. Gonna be good.
Ooh, everybody, it's good to Jamie.
I do miss the office Christmas party. Like, we used to do that at APE. We would have a big Christmas party.
You never have that in here?
No, I mean, we used to do like Buffalo Wild Wings like years ago. Remember when we used to do that?
Yeah.
But still, it was like,
Christmas party.
East Tennessee with rain, 38 with a high of 42.
Yep.
That's so cold. Drury, 48. South Carolina, checking in. North Carolina is 35 with a high of 36. See, this is that time of the year when you guys really hate us, because we're over here like it's a 79. Oh God, we're just like burr. It's like you guys are like, dude, I would kill for that. 45 and wet in Houston. Yeah. So Brad checking in. Good morning, everyone, from Modesto, California, as if we didn't know. Currently 41 with a high of 49. In case Brad doesn't know, he's going to be on the show in 2 weeks.
In case he doesn't know.
In case Brian hasn't walked in his office and go, hey, we're going to do the show with you and Fernando in 2 weeks.
Well, hello, Brad. Now you know.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a year in review. So we're pretty excited because we have a ton of guests. Honestly, it's quite silly. This is like we had 2 guests this week. We're going to have 2 guests next week. And I'm trying to line up 2 guests for the following week. And if I can get...
You talked to Seth?
I have not talked to Seth, but if I can get 2 more guests the week after, which I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do, that'll take us through the holiday season and to the off week. And so that'll be nice. Good morning from across the way, Brandon, Florida. Hey. Detroit checking in with a high of 27. Feels like negative 112. I don't doubt that. Gray skies as well, I'm sure. It is full on the season of depression, as I like to call it back in the day. It's a beautiful -4 here in Vermont this morning.
-4.
So this is when I would market like fire pizza, like hot pizza, like cover it in Valentina sauce,
Just, come and get your pizza, and if you don't finish it,
the pepper pizza.
Just put it outside. It's frozen pizza already.
Nobody wants frozen pizza. I like cold pizza, but not
cold pizza.
Not because it's that. Warm 22 in northern Colorado with a high of 50. What's up? 3 degrees in Edinburgh, Oh my God. It's just.
You see, Brad, his
YouTube.
name.
Oh no, I didn't. Weird. Yeah. You might want to go in and change that and your password. Probably a really good idea.
Yeah.
STL 14 with a high of 41.
Yeah, you were working in one of those, no?
STL file? No. Was I? Yeah, maybe. Sure. Liking your new lights on the Rockford tree. The journey to get the lights was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like walking a mile both ways through the snow. It was LOL. Actually, I didn't know. Oh, that is kind of weird. Xmas parties got old quick. Drunkenness, tolerate erosion, and trust and replace outright. That's basically a knowledge fest. I'm not gonna lie, that's a knowledge fest at nighttime, and that's why we like it. It's so much fun. Plus, it makes for a good movie.
Oh, he didn't know.
Yeah, he didn't know.
Did you know the AT&T is they cannot leak your personal information and whatever, and now they get sued for how many $1 million?
Listen, I assume at this point
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, man? How's it going? 14. That's cold.
14 feet.
No, yeah, 14 feet of snow, and it's like, yeah, no, it's not that bad yet. But we're going to talk about some news today because, believe it or not, we still have news. This gets harder and harder as we approach the end of the year because, well, the likelihood of stuff coming out is pretty thin. I mean, this is a 2-week review of news because we weren't here last week, and there wasn't a ton of stories.
Whoa. I was here.
Okay, sorry. I was not here. My bad. My bad.
You get it right, though.
Did you have stuffing for Thanksgiving? Did you go eat Thanksgiving dinner?
Okay, now you're talking about it. Is it stuffing or is somebody call
Some call it dressing?
Dressing, yes.
Some
people say that here in Florida, a lot of people call it dressing.
Yes, because they're not from the north.
Right.
Because the northerners call it.
What is the right way?
Stuffing. Because it's stovetop stuffing. And you stuff the bird.
Well, what about you dressing it?
No, that just sounds bougie and southern. So it's called stuffing.
Yes, we had that. We went with some families.
I think we're gonna make some tonight
with friends and everything. So yeah.
But anyways, we steal the news from CE Outlook. So if you'd like to know more about anything we're about ready to talk about, I suggest you follow the links in the description or follow CE Outlook, where James and Amy do a fabulous job of giving us content to steal from them.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for doing that. Into the first story, because why not? Let's pull up this guy here. Oh, not that one. This one. There we go. So this really isn't newsworthy. I just think it's funny. Honda updates radio. Honda is basically going to start allowing you to purchase skins for the radio. And I'm guessing this is kind of like an Apple TV thing, where, which I actually have the Charlie Brown things of Apple TV on my screen right now. Look, I think it's a fantastic idea to allow interaction. I mean, like on my radio, my JVC, I finally found the VU meters. So I have those up all the time and not CarPlay because I can't see them. I'm driving. But it just makes me feel good to know that there's meters in the dash doing strange stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody asked, can I, when we would do radio unboxings, there was always, can I change the image in the background? And there was always that one guy, how do I make it a motion one? And it's like, people love this stuff. I mean, that's why laptops have screensavers and wallpapers, and people just love accessoring. That's like, when you look at your phone, it's the greatest way of personalizing your experience. Now, should you have to pay for it? Yeah, ringtones and backgrounds, that's like early phone era type stuff. Like you would buy ringtones and like that was like the first way they figured out how to make money. And then quickly we figured out how to not have to do that. Like we could download and make our own. Yes, exactly. It's like Apple Watch faces. I think that selling it, I mean, if it's a couple bucks, it's cool. If it's like, I don't know how much it is. If it's like $30, you're kind of fleecing your customer at this point. They spent 50 to 70 grand on their vehicle. I really don't think getting another $20 out of them makes any sense. but I get it. You have licensing you have to pay for, and there's no reason to roll it into the cost of the car if you don't have to, minimal as it is. But no, I think this is cool. I don't know why the aftermarkets haven't thought to do this. I get why they haven't, because most people are cheap, and they're going to look at it like, how many.
What happened if you just do it like they used to do it before with the aftermarket radios? Let me import my own image. Let me do whatever I want.
Yeah, no, I get it.
It's my car,
right? I get it, but this is in there again. I think it's a good idea. I will see what the implementation of it is. And let's be honest, it's factory radio, so I mean, these things aren't going to last that long. But if you've got a Hyundai, this might be something you'd want to try out, and let us know how it went. Let us know. Maybe send us some screenshots. I'd love to see.
For $19.99 a month. I don't know.
I'm so over the monthly charges on things. Man.
Everything. If you're gonna become part of the 5 stars.
And this is kind of what Jason's talking about, but not totally. This is not CarPlay or Android putting up spam. I've had CarPlay for years and I've never had an ad come up from Apple. Stellantis, basically Chrysler Dodge Jeep, spans infotainment screen. So this is not the first time they've done it. However, it went to a wider reach of customers. I guess they'd done it earlier in the year with Jeep. This I don't like. This feels like an invasion. I'm not asking for this. I'm not asking for ads. I don't want to get in my car and turn on my radio. Like FM, I get. Yes, like I'm listening to FM. If I'm listening to Sirius XM and I'm on a package, even watching Netflix now, you're paying for it, but you're getting ads because it's offsetting the price. And there again, I get the discount. Okay, if you're going to discount me from full price for an ad, I'm fine with that. YouTube puts up ads, Instagram puts up ads. And there again, I totally understand that because it's expected at this point. I'm paying for a service that is going to be supported by ads because it's free for the most part.
Correct.
I bought a car. I paid for the car. I put my money into the car. And I don't like, if you want to mail me an ad or email me something that says, hey, these are the deals, cool. But all of a sudden deciding that, oh, by the way, we have a back door that we can, anytime your car's hooked up, like we can just spam you an ad. I'm not cool with that. Like, I think that's kind of an invasion of my personal time. I think it's wrong.
Oh, totally.
And there again, like, okay, so what if ads come up while using GPS and you miss your exit? I think there's a way to do that makes a lot of sense, and I don't necessarily have a problem with this, especially if it's something like Waze or Google Maps or something like that.
But this is what emails are about.
No, but there again, these are free services that you're just taking advantage of, and if they need a method to pay for themselves, which is, if you're cruising down I-4 or an interstate and there's a Taco Bell and Taco Bell is paying them to ad, and it says, hey, an ad pops up long before, because they're smart enough to know, that your destination is down the street, and says, hey, at exit 62, there's a Taco Bell. It's time to make a run for the border. I got no problem with that because that makes sense. This, I just get in my car and turn it on in the morning. I got my coffee. I'm all set, ready to go. I don't drink coffee. And then poof, a pop-up. I don't even want to read the thing. I'm just going to hit X because I'm annoyed, So, yeah. I don't know. It's. I guess there's a time and a place for an ad. We've all kind of come to that point in our life where we can accept this. I can't accept this. I think this sucks, So, yeah. Either way. And with that out of the way, let's talk about some new product news. Ooh. So if you have a Mercedes-Benz and you've been informed that your remote start service is going to basically go away, it's going to, hey, sorry, man. Sucks to be you. Have no fear. Mid-City introduces a remote start called the Embrace Sundown. It is a factory pluggable in, so it's a plug and play replacement for said service. So when Mercedes-Benz shuts this off and you can no longer use their cool service, head over to Mid-City or find a Mid-City dealer in your area and you'll be able to go ahead and plug this or have them install this, and that will replace that service. It doesn't work the exact same way, but it plugs in the exact same way. So there's no cutting. All the factory features work, but your remote starter you still use your factory key fob. You're going to do a 3-lock start and or a panic start, and that'll start the car up. So it's basically their way of implementing you back into the remote start features. So yeah, cool. You know. So that's normally I wouldn't talk about this, but this is kind of a sucky thing. It's like when OnStar went from the old networks to the new networks. You know, it was like,
all right. So hang on.
Yep.
We have here.
Do you have to pay for remote start on Toyotas? Just wait, you? Oh, I just bought
a brand new RAV4. Wow.
Okay, so that's weird. I've never heard anyone complain about this.
No.
So. I mean, I've had my Mustang for 5 years now, and it's a Ford app, Ford service. And, if there's a cellular portion to it, then I can see where that might be. They're going to charge you for the cellular service. You know, it's kind of dumb, but I get it. However, if it's a key button that you're pushing, that's over the air. So that's a peer-to-peer private network. So I don't know why you'd have to pay for remote start.
Wow.
I mean, that's kind of strange. But hey, that's what Google is for. You know?
Yeah.
Yay. Lynxwell introduces 18.5-inch radios for F-150s. Did you see this at SEMA? Okay, I did. I have footage of it. Holy Jesus. Okay. Jesus is rocking some my God, dude!
Jesus is right there.
Look at the space between the mirror and the top of the radio.
Yeah,
it's like that big. This screen is huge. I mean, it's huge. This kind of reminds me of back in the early 2000s when drop-down overhead screens were becoming all the rage. And it's like we started with a 6, a 7, an 8, a 10. A 10 was cool. I thought 10 was the perfect size. But then we went to a 12, then we did a couple wide screens. Then there was that, 20-inch, and then there was a couple. I think there's a 32 by the time all was said and done. And it's like, and the latch would break because they're so heavy. It was just a nightmare. And I feel this is kind of going that way where it's not a nightmare, but it's like how big can we make these? Pretty soon, it's just going to go all the way up and the mirror will be incorporated in the screen. You know what I mean? It's
listen, that looks I don't know.
Looks out of place. It's so big.
I get it with the Dodge Ram. They make, but that was not.
Well, it was still a 12-inch. This is 18. Then they had the 15. 15 was okay. Yeah. Like the 15 kind of made sense.
Yeah.
But hey, that's 18 and a half inches.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah. I mean, the 15 that Stinger was debuting for the Bronco looked perfect. Like it looked great.
It fits on the car.
Perfect in the dash.
This one seems like it's not from a 4, right?
No, it just looks wrong. I still love the Lynxwell volume knob. I love how they do that. I think that is so cool. Yeah, I do. Anyways, but let's be honest. The only reason why they're doing this is because people have asked for it. You got anything bigger? What do you got that's bigger? That's what she said. Anyways, if you're looking for the biggest screen possible in your F-150, 12-inch ain't it, the 15 ain't it, you got an 18.5 now. So when those guys roll in and be like, what's the biggest radio I could put in my dash, bro? And they don't have to talk like that. I mean, they're definitely not going to be talking like that because that thing is not cheap. So, but check it out. If you got an F-150 and you're like, man,
I want what Brian Mitchell has, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, he has no steering wheel, so we're all good. So Memphis Audio, Dave, did you see this one? So Memphis Audio debuts the Stranger Things van. Now, this is the actual prop van from the movie on loan to them. The only criteria they had was they could not modify the outside of the van. However, they could go ham on the inside, and that's exactly what we did. We got a Demigorgon or whatever it is, face there in the center.
Do you see the one that was in the top?
Yes.
Of their Yeah.
Now the van wasn't. It was just a prop to hold some of the new products. They have a new subwoofer that came out. They have a couple new items, which let me figure out where those are at because let me switch over to here. Some of this is pretty cool. We have new subwoofer enclosures with illuminated dust caps and surrounds and logos, which I think is cool. And hey, here's the cool thing: you don't need a radio to control them. You just hook a power to them. Like, wow, crazy. They have the much hated underseat subwoofer that they'll sell millions of because somebody's buying these things. Okay, I don't know who. Somebody's buying them. But this little guy right here that has a little phone next to it, this is pretty cool. So this is a radio with no radio. So it's basically just a black box that you can hide in the car. It's obviously geared up for classic car installations, side-by-sides, boats, ATVs, whatever it is that you don't have room for a conventional radio or you want to have it. It has a knob. So you do get standard, which I think is great because a lot of these haven't figured that out. You still get a knob for standard volume control, but the radio itself is an app on the phone, and it does have AM/FM, which is pretty cool because a lot of these things don't do that. They're just like Bluetooth receivers with bass, mid, and treble. It does have zone control and all those other fun things. And there again, it's not the only one of these things out there. This is new to them, and I think it's a pretty cool thing if that's what you're looking for. They also came out with a bunch of new amplifiers and their cool little compact amplifier line. Those things are a brick house. We did a project for them 2 years ago. When these things were first introduced. They're really cool little amplifiers for sure. I dig them. They got a bunch of them. They got a 2,000 watter. So pretty cool there for sure. Anyways, back to the picture in picture. Let's drop this guy into here and we will push that button. Museway, that's right. So the Museway product has come a long way since the beginning of Museway. They just did a huge update, which they did have, and I had Edward Norton. Joseph. I had Joseph Norton, Mr. Norton.
Joseph.
Same. One's an actor and makes millions of dollars. The other one does not. So when I was there, I had Norton give me a quick overview of some of the new features in the DSP. They now have DE equalization. They got a whole bunch of features packed into this stuff. So they decided to open their wallets and pay for a more evolved DSP software, which is really cool. But the really like amazing thing that they're doing is this little Micon, the little knob that they have. Holy cow, that thing is awesome. Like,
what is cool about?
So, unlike the Gladiator or the Conductor, they're just knobs. They're just knobs, and you gotta press and turn and look at LEDs. This is a full LCD display screen inside of a knob, so it tells you what is happening. It's just like a little radio, but it's a knob. So when you're adjusting subwoofer, it can say subwoofer, and it can light up and have logos, and it can tell you what you're doing, like preset 1, as opposed to which light is on. I don't know. And you can go through different things.
So it's kind of like the old director, like the square one with the LCD that you can still see stuff.
If it was a knob,
but now this is a knob, right?
And it's not a little square inside of a round piece,
right?
They have pictures of it all over their website, I'm sure. But it's fantastic. Like it is the coolest thing ever.
Go to museway.com. You might find some
pictures
in there. Yeah.
And Fernando has the other picture up. So this is it here. So I mean, it's legit nothing. It looks like a you know what it probably is. My God.
That sounds weird.
You know what it probably is?
Probably.
What the screen?
Yeah.
Watch. A watch screen. It's like a Garmin. Garmin uses round screens.
Yep.
Bet you that's what it is. It makes sense.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure it is, because I mean, what else would you use a round screen for? A watch. And those watches have, but no. Graphics are nice. It's very sharp. makes the knob really hard. I think in a knob it's got to be round. It's a really sexy piece for sure. Is it enough to make you want to go buy a Museway? God, no, give me a break.
Oh,
not a chance. But if you have a Museway and it's capable of using this knob, you might want to take a look at it because it is pretty cool. I'm not a fan of the knobs, so I'm not going out to buy a conductor or a gladiator. I want a bass knob. Really, at the end of the day, I need a bass knob. You know, I need a bass knob and I need more volume. It's just volume. So just give me more volume. But this is pretty cool. So I mean, if I have to have something, I would much rather
that.
Yeah. What would be really cool is if it like vibrated and like made noise and stuff.
Vibrated.
Well, because when you're turning so when you're driving, you know, you can like it can tell you like you know, like when you hit it, it vibrates to tell you're in subwoofer level control. If it's not set up for subwoofer, let's say you use it for master volume, and then you want it to be subwoofer, so you tap it and it like gives you some form of feedback, like so you're like, okay, so it actually heard my finger. I mean, there again, your ears will let you know it's not turning up the subwoofer. I get it.
Yeah.
But still.
And that's what these guys have, some lights, you know. The blue is this, the red is that, the
white
but
you can't see that while you're driving.
Oh, you kidding me? You have two eyes, though.
Oh, yeah, just do lizard. Move the one down.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Okay, so today is Friday, which most of you do know. Tomorrow's Saturday. We'll be back tomorrow. It'll just be the two of us. We're going to answer all your questions. If you got questions, tomorrow is the day to get them in, because on Monday we're going to have John Myers here from Kicker. The legendary, the man, the myth, the legend, John Myers will be here. And then we'll also, later in the week, we'll have Chris Brinkley on to talk about some of the new MB Quartz plug-and-play systems. The week after that, we'll have Brian and Brad. I'm sorry, I was swallowing. Brian and Brad on. And then I'm going to try to fill up the rest of the couple shows that we have left over in this year. The end of the year is approaching fast, aka Christmas. So yeah, I'm in no hurry to get there though. So we can slow the year down as much as possible. It's not going to happen, but damn, we need to slow it down a little bit, because right around the corner, Master Tech Expo.
Yeah.
Also in July, they're going to be doing. It's not announced yet, but in July there's going to be a mobile solutions training, a hot rod class. So if anyone is like, I want to do hands-on class. He always calls the fab classes hot rod classes. I don't know why. But there's one of those that's going to be happening in January. So if you've always wanted to do hands-on stuff, you know, and take home one of the cool things that always happens at Mobile Solutions, you know, that might make for a great Christmas present in January. I will be there. I don't know what I'll be doing, but oh, wow. Well, there you go. That makes sense. I still think you need to change your password.
For sure.
Either way, that's what we got. That's what we got coming up. Next year, 2026, is going to be another exciting year full of new products for some manufacturers. Some manufacturers have just totally dropped the ball for next year. I mean, we've talked to, if you're into radios, ain't nothing happening next year. Like nothing. We got no new excitement on radios at all. Kenwood ain't doing shit. Their new radios are out. They have JVC has a new floating inexpensive 9-inch.
Well, hopefully Modus comes out with the radio, you know. I see a lot of ads for that, so hopefully.
Okay, so there we go. We'll get the answer on the Modus radio for 2026, so that'll be fun. I guess and then we'll have, I take that back, because we're going to have all the new Metra stuff. The Proscenium or whatever the hell it's called.
The new Metra stuff, yeah.
Yeah, the new Metra stuff. The new Metra radio will be out. Ooh, lots of fun on that. So
yeah.
Rockford Fosgate will have all their stuff out by end of first quarter. So all the punch speakers will be out by the end of the first quarter. I use two-factor auth. There you go. All right. But anyways, that's what we got. I don't know what else, but otherwise it's going to be fun.
Don't forget to check 5 Minutes with 5-Star later on, so we can talk about what we're doing in the install bay.
Oh yeah, F-150. I'm pretty happy. Don't forget convertible rear sound treatment. Oh no, we got that. Yeah, we got to do that. We got to get some time to do it. We should have done that this week. But no, this week we got the Morel Towers done, so I'm pretty excited about that. We got the Christmas tree up. No, all in all, this week was very, very successful. So that's it. And with the immortal words right here, have a great rest of the day, fellas, dudes and dudettes. Enjoy it. It's Friday. Man, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we will see you soon.
Bye, guys.